to our Entrepreneurship Impact again. So my name is Kathleen and I will be the host for you today. Thanks again. Today we have a special guest who is quite an experienced entrepreneur, and I believe you can hear what story she can inspire us about. So Regina, maybe you wanted to share with us intro about yourself and what are you doing so far?
Okay, intro about myself. I actually see when I was young actually one day my distant relative came from KL. My mother's brother is KL. My uncle is KL. That time I was still schooling. So when he came, he said he teach me how to do drawing. So actually at that time I have a desire to do architectural. So it was like my childhood dream. Yeah. So but then down the way when I go back to study, I've encountered a lot of issues in life especially my health. And but somehow the way still path through God is good help me through and I managed to enter in the technical line. And it's tough though, everybody has a path in their life that we have to go through as you journey in your days of study and all that. So after I graduate, I also go into poly and I worked for many years, but I was not happy. Actually, my life was not really happy. And I find many obstacles and issues with colleagues. Colleagues have a lot of politics and you're working in the secular world. But sometimes people can like you, they don't like you. And at that time I was actually looking for something better. I was telling myself, life is not just work every day. There must be something that I can do. Okay, so from there, I went back to study part-time diploma in poly. So the teacher was telling us, if you have a passion, to be architectural, go for it. So I proceed to go over to Newcastle, Australia to study. At that moment, I don't know, I was very confident that this will work for me. So I didn't have much saving. I only have, I think, 30K to pay the school fees, everything. But somehow you work it out. So in between, the funds came in, and I can manage to go through for my study, and I graduate in Newcastle, Australia, in architectural bachelor. And that moment when I was about to come back, also I do all sorts of part-time job there. I mean, while studying, a lot of students study and work study. So when I was come back, and one day I was sitting in my car. And it was raining. That time I was like distributing newspaper, during the school holiday, end of the term already. I went to part-time job. So distributing newspaper, and it was raining heavily. And I was sitting in a car. My visa going to expire. I have to come back home. So I actually sitting in a car. I looked straight. I saw a beautiful rainbow. So beautiful rainbow. And my heart, I say, I think this is a sign for me to come back to Singapore. Actually, I plan to thought of working in Australia. But many of my classmates saying that they send so many letters out, but they don't get any reply. So I said, okay then I better come back to Singapore. So I quickly stole everything and packed up everything. And then it's so fun, that ridiculous. I can sell my car immediately. Somebody can come and buy for me. I bought the car $1,000. I sell 1,000 plus. So I do make a bit. And a lot of things I sell, I quickly sell, and people, the student there, those new students come and they buy. So everything, I immediately went off like that. I just flew out of Australia because of the expire date for my visa. So I believe everything is like pre-arranged. Suddenly something just cops in and managed so fast. So I sensei, I really thank God for that lah. Okay. So but when I came back, my journey is like by faith lah. My journey is not a tough journey. I work in companies which I encounter a lot of problems. I jumped from like I worked 6 months, 6 months in a job, 6 months in a job. But somehow at that moment, maybe it was by chance, open doors. I managed to get jobs like 6 months here. After that, I rest for a while, I get another job. So actually, I have learned jump from many companies, but through all these companies, it doesn't matter. In life, I think now that there's no permanent job. Now COVID-19, I heard from my friend that most of jobs are temporary or contract. So I think back and I say, hey, that time I worked like 6 months. It's like, to me, it's like a contract, But because at that time there's no contract, I resigned. Somehow I resigned and I managed to get other jobs. And then continue. Some I worked 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. Like that. But somehow during this working, I gain experience. Actually, contract is also a good thing because you gain experience. And then the next company you go, you might encounter different issues and learn different things. So that helps me to develop my skills and learn more things. So I managed to learn more things and pick up. But of course, when I do that, I pick up a lot of architectural requirements because architecture has a lot of codes, a lot of requirements. So I do learn as I work along. So I was offered a job which I worked for 6 years. That was a good one. And during this time, I really I really decided to work hard. So I know my time is like I work morning 9 o'clock start until the night can be 11 o'clock, I can reach home like 12 o'clock. This kind of life, which actually I worked for like 6 years, which in the end, I feel it's quite tiring to go on like that. But I tried to sit for the exam, the Singapore Architect exam, but I could not get through. Because I think it's partly my hand. I injured my wrist. So I cannot write as fast as everybody writes. They have 3 paper, 2 paper to 1 question. So in the end, I tell myself, I gave up on the exam paper. Because I said, if I were to pass, right, and I still have to pay the fee. And if I don't get projects, I pay fee for nothing to all the, just to get the license. And I think I'm wasting money there. So I decided, I left the company and up to another company. And I also learned different things there. Until in year 2018, I decided, I left my architect firm, it's Architect Vista, and I came out to join my friend because my friend at that time also started his own company. My actually colleague together studying in the SIA for architects. So I joined him, initially thinking of joining his company. But somehow, projects some companies are not easy to come by. So I began to do for him freelance. So from this freelance, I somehow also learned a lot from all these entrepreneur trainings. I went to especially we have this started talk, and world-class speakers. I do learn also from others talks, especially free trainings, just 3 days, that kind of talk about business. So from all these talks, I began to gather some info. But before I start, actually, I do some scouting around to find out, what's going on and what is best for me. So what's my passion? So I feel that starting a small business is a big step for me at that time. Okay, I've required to prepare, get out of my comfort zone. I don't have every month's salary, like what we get. And it sounds initially was quite scary to me And I was a bit of nervous. So I did think that, okay, how do I start? I begin to search in Google, okay, how to prepare and all that. Okay, maybe I thought of getting a website, sending out and things like that. Lah. Then somehow I think I joined startup. One day I think I signed up Eventbrite or start about how to start a business. So when I went to attend the startup one day event, but only two of us turned up, I think, at that time. Connie was there, but only another guy and me. So from there, I tell myself, okay, I give it a try. It was my first time. I said, okay lah, I give it a try. How it works out, I still don't know, because to start business, we must be trying many things. You have to try. If not, then I will know whether it works for me or not. I don't know. So okay, I start to learn to do website, doing websites and all that. So as it go down, I also learn from people how to do, how to understand, to change my mindset. Okay, my mindset from actually working a person who works for people, getting salary, comfortable, you just go to work and come home every day. It's very different from being my own company, because I have to think of how I get the people, what I'm going to do if I meet them, how. At first I was a bit scared, a bit scared when I meet my client. Like lately I have two renovation work, and one I met one client and over Zoom. It was recommended by a friend. And beginning I was a bit of, I don't know how am I going to do this, how am I going to work it out, but somehow I just tell myself, just go for it. You know what I mean? It just somehow people say that you walk forward, the bridge should be straight for you to go across. There's a Chinese saying on that. So I tell myself, never mind, do it. I get it or not, I get the project or not. It's see how things go. Okay. So I started talking to the client and we do on Zoom and meet and discuss. So after that, I think, it's like what I'm doing even in a full-time company, right? Like I have to meet my clients, I have to discuss with them my design issues, I have to, come back, I have to do my work. So that gave me the thing, yeah, why not? I know it sounds similar, familiar to me. Doing the things that I'm doing now is like no difference lah. Okay, so this give me more confidence. Yeah, to do. I mean to seek for more lah, to look out for more. Yeah. So also I also met a friend. Ria, I think she's in here. We also do share things, and she also helped me in the concept because I was doing another thing and I had busy, so we will also work together lah. So in architectural or in any business, especially for me architectural, I think because we need manpower, because to do the design and do drawing I need manpower, so I also need to get people to do. So I think calibration in my business is good lah. Yeah, collaborate with other staff. If not, then I have to employ staff. I can't afford to get staff at the moment. Maybe next time, if projects get small, then I will be able to employ actual real permanent staff. Yeah, but now I have to collaborate with people to do work lah. Or start. That's what I plan to do now.
So there's a huge change from what you used to do to work for people and until now recently. I mean, you realize there's a lot of difference. It's so much better if you work for yourself, for your own company. So it's like, so what makes you, motivate you to make this change?
Oh, actually, how it motivated me is in year 2018, actually, I had a fail. Okay, so due to my health issue, a health challenge, The two things that helped me is the doctor asked me to lose weight. I went to see the doctor. Nothing else, no medicine, nothing. Say go and lose weight. So my sister advised me to go to join New Skin to lose weight. Okay, keep myself fit. From there, I said, okay, I spent 2,000 plus, only 2020 to lose my weight. I'm quite happy lah, because if you go to hospital, any treatment, I think you pay more than, can come out to more than that. You know, like when you stay in the hospital, right, it's already $2,000-3,000. So I said, okay, I go for it. And after that, of course, my image did change. I did look better, and my legs, better, no more suffering what I was suffering. So from there, actually, I also learned. I joined New Skin also, because before I actually joined New Skin, I learned the group that I joined, my sister, the group, they train. Actually, I learned a lot. That's what gave me a lot of confidence. They train us how to talk to people, how to share, and I learned how to, because I'm not a business person. I can just draw. You don't know sales at all. So that's where I learned sales. Yeah. Actually start small little things. I learned sales. I learned to meet people. So do you know I never talk to people in MRT? But first time in my life, I talk to people in MRT. You know, a total stranger. Because it can be quite scary, because nowadays got this scam and all that, right? So first time, because of New Skin, teach us how to approach strangers. So first time I talked to MRT to people, strangers, and sharing about life, about how you can take care of your health, in your wellness and health and wellness issue. So I think I learned my courage from that, because I dare not talk to public, so that's how motivate me now. I learned my courage to talk to people, and through also many trainings. Every Thursday night, the trainings in the New Skin office. So to talk, how to talk, what to talk, and all that, to overcome my introvert. Actually, I'm quite introvert person. I don't, I don't like to go and talk to people and all that. So that's when I start to break out my introvert, to learn how to share with people, understand their needs. Okay, ask them, okay, what is the issue? So, what problem you face? So, same thing, I think, in doing my architectural, I also need to ask them, okay, what you want? What is your interest? What they want to use for the place, or what you like. So this helps me to ask questions. So sometimes when people ask you, you ask a question for a question. People ask you one question, you ask a question to get the answer. So that's where I start my motivation, by learning from sales. I'm also doing New Skin, helping people. I like to help people, because from here, the more I network, the more I meet people, and who knows, one day they might need some help, because everybody is staying in their houses. And I also do renovation. Like I did 2 renovations. One was a house owner. Actually, he wanted to change the door. See, the mother door is a swing door, and it's very small, decompartmentally. So they want to change the sliding door. So ask whether in the chat group that anybody who knows how to do it have able to do a sliding door. So I went, I meet up, and I managed to close the deal. Small things like that. I also do. I not just do big projects. I do like people meeting the needs, like small issues. And another one was floor track choke. Another one was a floor track choke. The floor track in the house, the kitchen in a landed dwelling house. She said that when the maid wash, all the water comes out. And it's very smelly because it's choked inside. So I get my contractor to go down, and we close the deal. So small thing like that actually is very fast. My friend told me that, yeah, small contracts actually you earn money faster than you do big projects. Projects sometimes can be dragging, Yeah. So that's how to meet people and to network. Some people might have needs, I can offer them my service too. Yeah, that's motivate me lah.
Mm. Yeah. So is understand like all this is not easy. Like you also mentioned like there are a lot of struggles even during the time when you study about architecture. So far how was your entrepreneurship about that, and like how do you overcome your obstacle?
Um, how I overcome obstacle is just to always be positive. Tell myself that somehow things believe in myself. Believe in myself regardless of sales or business or projects. Of course, sometimes you can feel scary. Sometimes you feel a bit scary, even though if you got a project. Whether how can you meet the client's needs? Yeah. Or in sales, can I do this sales? Sometimes we can encounter rejection. Like in sales, in my new skin, I also encounter many rejections. Like people, start to share them and they say no, I'm not interested. Same like even my interior design. Sometimes people can throw out, okay, I need to look for people. They will tell you, I'm also looking for other interior designers. I'm also getting other quotes. Yeah. So in business, people won't stick to one person unless they are very close friend. You know what I mean? Like as a very close friend want to do a house design, okay, then I totally give it to you, that kind of thing. But if you go outside to get jobs, you might not get a one-time clear. You might encounter people competition outside.
Mm.
So it's just a self-confident trust. Just do it. Either you get it, just keep on moving on. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned about competition, right? Like how do you make sure you are able to stand out in your industry among all the competitors?
You have to. I should say that you have to always improve myself and be inspired and educate myself and learn like new things, understand the people's need, and sometimes people look for free consultation. Yeah, some people they ask me, do I have to pay you? For certain work, because now especially everybody giving free, a lot of things, internet, free. So even in my line, I still have to give like free consultation. But in the event how I'm going to earn is also how we get the project first. Then in the we get the whole project, then you will be earning on the whole project basis. Yeah. So I think competition is to get the project. Even though you want to stand above others, I think in architectural line and in sales line, it's not so that you compete with me, compete with you. It's just that what you can give the best to the client. The client can see, let's say maybe a interior design come in. They see their design and they see your design. Maybe you meet the needs. Okay, another person might design. Okay, the client say, "Oh, I'm looking," because before they actually look for design, in their heart they already have an idea. They say, "Oh, I want to stay in my room like that, like that." But when client interpreted to us, we must be able to capture what actually he is looking for. See, if you can't capture, you can do your own design. You can, implement very nice and all that kind of thing. But I think the client will also choose. Yes, and within their budget lah.
So it's to understand their needs, like what you mentioned earlier, and also the service you provide to them.
Yes, yeah. So Actually, competition is everywhere. It's everywhere. How we serve them and make them comfortable, make them feel that this is what I want to. Yeah, every time they get what they want, not what we offer them. We can propose anything, but if that's not what I want, then they're not going to pay for it. That's how I feel.
So far, how's the trend like in this industry? Like what are the changes since ever since you studied in quite some times ago and until now? Is there a huge change in this industry about the trend? How would you say describe it?
Actually, the trend is to in this industry now has been going online because of this COVID-19. So I can say that a lot of designers companies have been branching on to Zoom, to doing all kinds of webinars and even podcasts. So I think a lot of sharing, give a lot of free things. Now you have to teach people by giving free advice, then the people will come in. I think that is the trend now is to just give webinar. Unless you have got a very wide networking, wide networking, then you can meet people like when they want to change, they want to build a house, or either they want to buy a new house, and then they can recommendation. Trend is a lot of recommendation now, not like before. You can advertise and the owner come, but no, now I think it's all through recommendation more. And of course, recommendation, they will expect something like, yeah, expect a fee or something because they also do their job, they also want to earn something. I think everybody is doing business everywhere, even though they are not indirectly as a business, I think. Yeah.
So it's to adapt, what are the change, especially at this period, COVID period.
Oh yes. Because I think COVID will be here. I think it will not go off very soon. So for these 2 years, maybe 2021, I don't know 2022, will they end in 2021? So for 1 year is pretty long, We have to switch our life. I think a lot of people also want to switch to work from home. And I think a lot of companies will have to reshuffle their own management already. Yeah.
So moving on, like, do you foresee yourself what you'll be doing for your business and what changes you will be making for your own business?
For myself, I will have to pick up and learn to do fast. Like if I produce some drawings or what, I'm taking some courses, try to learn at home. Of course, I don't go and pay the expensive courses, those online that are affordable, and to learn new things. I pick up along how to design, color schemes, space, and how the different styles and all that. So many new changes because now people don't go for like previously they throw that kind of money. Now I think I encounter the people. Okay, I have a budget, I have a control. So one recommended say that this owner want to get cheaper quotation. Now everybody wants cheap, So we must know how to find where to find this type of cheaper items. Yeah. Meet the needs lah.
Yeah, I hear you mention a lot about like keep improving, learning. It's really so I admired like even constantly wanted to learn even at this age. So anything else let's say if there's a lesson or if there's an advice for those who wanted to start their entrepreneurship journey. So what would be the advice you will give to them?
Okay, my advice is that you have to take a stand for yourself. You choose, which path you want to move. Okay. First, you have to choose what kind of business you want to do. For example, I don't know about other business, but either you want to do IT line. Now, I think in the market, is IT, digital. I think this is the thing that's moving forward. And then you must change your mindset also. Must tell yourself, okay, if I do business, what am I offer? How am I going to offer to the people? What am I going to do? What is my offering to the people that's around me? My friends, business people, and then you can plan to stay focused. Most important is stay focused. Okay, you must think of, like last time every day I don't bother about thinking about business or anything. You just work, and then think of going out with friends and all that kind of thing. But now I think if you want to do business, stay focused, thinking of, okay, next step, what am I going to do? As for example, today, I said, okay, what's my next step movement? Okay, what am I going to do with this project? Like your whole day, your thinking mentally has been changed. Yeah, and also, of course, business is you have to come out a little bit of investment now. Sometimes you get people to do what you pay first before you actually get a return, get a good results. Investment and study, you can do some investment, learn, pick up new things that you can go forward and to meet challenge, to learn, to catch the market, because the market keeps moving now very fast. Different ways of sales, different ways of approach, how you can approach. There's many, I saw there's many coming up, a lot of people posting how you encounter or engage problem and all that. So I think have to upgrade ourselves very fast now. We cannot like previously, all the time. Yeah.
I think realize there's a common questions is like everyone, you mentioned about like is to do like to decide what you want, what kind of business you want. So it's like, just imagine I'm the one who wanted to start out, right? How would I know like this is the correct business I'm going to go forward?
Okay, first you must check ourselves. Okay, what is my passion in the first place? Because if you don't have a passion for the thing you want to do, halfway go through, you might say very boring. So first thing you must what you like, what you have been doing previously also helps. Because previously, let's say for example you're studying a course or you're in uni for a course. Like for me, it's in architectural. Okay, architectural link with interior, because I do housing building, and part of interior is part of the whole package. So for me, I follow my line. So you can actually follow your heart. Follow your heart. It's your heart desire. And if you have a childhood dream, of course it's better. Let's say your childhood, some people like to play a lot of games, right? Then as they grow up, they go in the game industry. So it's like the passion there. So you keep them moving on. But if you do change to another business, it's totally out, 100% out. Then you learn from scratch. But if you learn from scratch, you must also like the type that I think it's it's a passion that's driven the whole thing. Yes.
That's very true. Like, is to start with what you like first.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So maybe one last question for you, like, since you've been a long journey so far, like, is there any, experience or value that you would like to share with everyone to describe about your journey?
Okay. My journey is not an easy journey though. I mean, it's a tough journey. It's a long journey. But I think you must have the heart to tell yourself, regardless of what you encounter, just move forward.
Mm.
You just tell yourself, life is not just doesn't stop here. You can meet friends, come and go. You know, in everything we do, it's always up and down in life, up and down in life, and like for sales, you meet a lot of rejections too. Like my new skin, I made a lot of rejection. People reject me, the one out there. But one day, I met one friend. Another friend who she got health problem. She initially rejected, and after that, they encounter, they will look for things because not just they reject me, they may also reject other people. So I shouldn't take things too hard because in life it's short. In business it's the same thing. So I don't reject people, but if they reject, somehow down the road, who knows, they think again, they might need the things again. Yeah. So my advice is that keep going, don't give up. Don't give up. You will encounter mistakes. Yes, nobody is perfect. Nobody is 100% perfect. People make mistakes. Doesn't matter, you won't die. You know what I mean? You make mistakes. So what? Stand up and walk again. That's my advice. Be strong, be bold, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and just move forward. Somehow things will go on. Also, you can pray to the God that you believe. Pray to the God you believe and to help you, and have faith and confidence. Yeah.
It's very inspired. Like, yeah.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Just don't give up. You will find something somewhere. At the end of the tunnel, there will be a light.
Yes, so never.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so maybe for now I will open the questions to the grounds. Like, is anyone would like to ask any questions to Regina about her experience or her journey that you like to?
Hello,
Yes.
Regina. Based on your journey as an architecture, do you simply rely on a standard business plan, or you keep changing throughout your journey as you work here now?
Okay, very good. Very good question.
Yeah.
Okay, architecture have a set plan. Yes, for the architects. Of course, there's some guidelines. Okay, there's some guidelines that most architects follows. But also it depends on what kind of projects. There's many projects, so we don't really have to comply to everything. We can also like anything that is meet the part. Just part of it, maybe it comply. But of course, the code of practice you cannot run away lah. Authority one, that one, you got to comply 100%. Else you cannot even get clearance. Okay, but design wise, it always depends. One thing is depends the budget of the owner. Secondly is whether the owner lives in the place is comfortable. We like that kind of environment because design is the environment, the place that you're in. If they feel comfortable, you go home to a place or you go to a building, you look, this very nice, you feel very inspired even though every day you're so tired, right? Go home, you relax, you feel comfortable. So make them feel comfortable. And the surrounding that they are in. Yeah. Surrounding gives them a lot of relaxing mood. I say you go home, right? You have a nice, comfortable bed. You want to lie down already, you want to rest, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's actually the environment that they love. Yeah. But of course, you have to be honest with the things that we do, even if it's product or service. Yes.
Yeah, because as this goes by in the globalized world, we will keep changing how the plans works.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because you need to be proactive at times of you won't know anything will come and go.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's all.
Now the world change a lot. It changed a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, as what you mentioned earlier, is really to adapt and also
Correct.
keep improving learnings.
Be bold, be brave. Learn to be brave. And learn to be, even though if you make a little mistake, you can always come back. Because you can always turn the direction, or you can turn to left or turn to right. Because it's our choice, right? Yeah, it's our choice.
Any other questions that you all would like to ask Regina?
Regina, maybe I ask you one question. I'm back. Okay, so I just want to ask. What do you want to achieve? Maybe in your this small little startup that you have, the end point that you want to have maybe for your interior design. So what do you expect the client to have? Yeah. So or what do you want to help the client to achieve?
Okay. I want to help the client to achieve, of course, comfortable, a nice house to stay, a nice place, a dream home that they like. At least their money offered good for the money that they pay for. They're happy. Most important, the client must be happy with the work that I do. That's why my achievement. And if they're happy, we do for them, we also happy because they like it. And if they like it, they might even, when their friends come, they can, most how people they like to post about themselves, post about their things and all that. Yeah, so if they like it, they can even know when their friend asks, they can also share. That's where also referral and networking. So that will help in my business a lot. Yeah.
I understand. I think the best place to stay is still your home lah. Yeah, understand. So I think
Of course, yes.
I'm very happy to know you, and yes, I mean this type of skill set to bring the feelings to your own home is not easy. For me, I think put 4 chairs finish already. So definitely we need your expertise on this type of niche. Yeah, no, respect that, and also I hear a story. I know you more today. Thanks a lot. Yeah, you answered my question. Thanks.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Yeah, we have one last question, or anything that might not be a question. You can just wanted to tell Regina about for sharing today.
If possible, I will ask for a last question. Regarding your interior design, right? What makes you? How long does it take for you to turn your business to a self-employed business?
Self-employed. I'm already self-employed.
Yeah. How long does it take for the moment you venture into this career?
Okay. It takes me I think since I registered last year, August, late August, 2019, I registered in Accra. I think I need time to prepare my mindset. Maybe like if you're ready for it, then you can launch off maybe in 1-2 months. But because I came out from a 9 to 5 job, so I think after I hear a few talks, I realized that I have to reset my mindset and how am I going to work first? Because no point if I launch in and then I get stuck there and I feel fearful and I cannot move on. So it takes me, I think, quite a while, about more than 6 months. Last year, August, September, up to now. But slowly and gradually, preparation will be better, because if you at least can know myself, can feel like you're driving a car, right? you need to feel your steering wheel or else your car will turn upside down. So that's when I learned my driving too. When I learned my driving also, my brother told me, hey, you want to pass the exam, right? Say, how you pass? If you don't feel the car stable, you will always make mistakes. So that's why I think feel around first. You feel how you can do, confident and learning from those that's around you. Maybe learning from the experts now, learning from the past people who go through. And then you're ready in your heart. You must prepare actually in your heart and your mind to tell yourself that, okay, now I'm ready for it. You can take time, a bit of time prepare. It's not a problem. I suppose it gives you more stability and more confidence. Yeah. And you feel it around you, then I think that would be better. Then you can speak to people and you can share better.
Yeah, it's always ask ours. Yeah, you answer my question. It's very important that we ask ourselves how prepared we are. It's not people that influence you. It's that you are well prepared, then you can step forward. And although the journey is quite hard, but it's very, very rewarding.
Yes,
thanks.
Yes, I agree with you. Thank you.
Very good analogy about the steering wheel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever done driving.
Okay.
I passed my fourth exam, fourth test for the driving.
Well, never give up attitude.
I still feel my
Yes.
license.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then you must feel your car, go and practice it, and then until you feel, oh, this is what I think I can drive.
I feel I let people do the job better lah. Joking. Anyway.
yeah. Wow. All right.
Yeah, it's about like at least you mentioned it's at least 6 months for yourself to get the preparation,
Yes.
all this,
Yes.
settle down your mindset. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's for it for today. So thanks everyone for coming in to join and hear inspiring journey of and also story for Regina, and also thanks again for Regina to share us your experience. So we will post this video on Facebook and also our YouTube. So you feel free to reach out to Regina if you need any help from her. And also, yeah, so we'll see each other again next week. Every Saturday, we'll have another speakers to come and share with us. So do subscribe to our channel and happy weekend ahead.